Hi, I'm Don Wilson, and today we're going to be talking to, as we are in bridal season, we're going to be talking to Mary Bauer. She's at the Lehman Mansion, and it is one of the most amazing locations to have your wedding in Lake County. Mary Bauer, how are you doing?
Hey, great, Donnie. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got to tell you, I don't know how you guys began the relationship over at Lehman Mansion, but it is truly one of the most unique, amazing places to have a wedding in all of Lake County. And when you see cars pull up and when you see people just feel elevated in their mood when they arrive at the Lehman Mansion, it's unlike any other like banquet hall, if you were, per
Right.
se, as opposed to going there, you're having your wedding at a mansion and it's beautiful.
Right.
Tell me about the Lehman Mansion.
Well, you're right in that it's unique in that it's one of the few locations in Lake County that you can have a beautiful outdoor wedding and then an outdoor cocktail reception in the Rose Garden, and then have your seated dinner inside the tent. Eddie, my husband, who you just interviewed, was really instrumental in working with the village in designing the tent, the kitchen, and the bathrooms. Because keep in mind, this place is over 100 years old and it was built as a cottage. Even though it's a mansion, it was built as a cottage and it didn't have the large capacities. So what's cool about the place is it's unique. You're the only wedding there. There's no other brides sharing the bathrooms with you. You can get ready there. It's a 6-hour rental. And it's just a really unique place to have the historic ambiance, but the modern amenities, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, no, absolutely. And what you said right there about there's only one wedding going on there. That's huge. Just to kind of some of the things that I've seen at the Lehman Mansion that other people, it's kind of an outsider that I've noticed. All right,
Mhm.
so for the ceremony, you've got this amazing, I believe it's a huge pergola, I guess you would
Right.
call it,
It
kind
was
of
built 2 years ago.
a pavilion where you
Mhm.
would have your wedding. It's elevated so every one of your guests can see it. There's electricity right there, so that
Right.
way you can mic up the officiant and the bride and
Right.
groom, and so the sound is absolutely perfect. And it's surrounded by trees and this, big grass
Right.
area there, and then you get your mansion right behind you. And then for the cocktail hour, you're right outside. And when you said the gardens, there's a cool fountain pool
Yep.
right there,
Yep.
and people are just kind of wandering around. Kind of feel when you're at a wedding there like you're a rich person back in the 20s.
Exactly. Exactly. I do a lot of pretend times every time I do a wedding there. The other thing about the mansion is when it was renovated, they made it completely ADA accessible. So for those that have wheelchairs, they can get right down to the ceremony. They can get right into the courtyard. They can get right into the tent with very little difficulty. And the best thing about it is, like you said, you feel like you're a rich person. You feel like, hey, this is my house. And but the other thing is the ceremony side, even though it's disconnected. I mean, it's not that far from the courtyard and the reception. So your guests, especially if they're elderly or it's hot out, they don't have a long walk to do. And
Right.
it just flows. You have the ceremony, you have the cocktail reception. And the other thing I want to mention too about Lehman Mansion, um, our relationships with our vendors are very strong. Once you enter the Bauer family, like you're like in, and as you know, Donnie, and we work together as a team because it's not just the caterer, it's not just the venue, it's not just the wedding planner, it's the DJ, the photographer, everybody, we're all a team. And we all have to pull together to make that bride and groom's dreams come true. And I have a lot of fun. I know my husband has a lot of fun meeting new vendors, working with our old friends, and just making sure that that bride walks out of there happy as what she wanted to be. That's our goal.
So, what's your favorite compliment or thing that somebody has said as they first discovered the Lehman Mansion?
You know, as people pleasers, you get some challenging clients. And at the end, when they hug me and they say, Mary, I didn't think you could do it, that to me is like the ultimate compliment. And um, I think my husband said it too, is like, we're all about hugs, and this COVID thing has been driving us crazy because we can't hug people. But the hug at the end of the night when they're like leaving with tears because they're so happy, they've just spent a ton of money and they've spent a year planning the thing. How our team the other vendors work to make that dream come true. That's the ultimate for me. So pretty much when someone says, I didn't think you could do it, that's my ultimate, like, woohoo, you did it.
As a DJ, I've been able to experience it, and also as a guest, like at Greg Gonzalez, Becky Landman's wedding, the Cryer wedding, been able to be there. So it's pretty outstanding. The Lehman Mansion is definitely someplace that you need to check out in Lake County, or anywhere, Lake, Cook, Kenosha County. Make sure you check out the Lehman Mansion. The food is excellent, taken care of by Bowers Catering. It's just unbelievable setting, and you need to go see it for yourself. Certainly there's a website link that's posted here as well. And how would somebody reach out to the Lehman Mansion?
Okay, I just want to jump in on one thing. We do have a wedding package available, because I know that's a big thing for brides. Like, how much does it cost? And sometimes they don't know the right answers or right questions to ask a venue or a caterer. So what we did is we created a wedding package for Saturday nights. So that's just like your basic, that's your start. Okay, so if you want to add stuff, change stuff, we can do custom quotes. But just to know what your basic price is, to alleviate that kind of like nervous, like, oh, can I afford it? It's on our website, and we can do custom quotes. To reach us, you just go to bowerscatering.com. The phone number for Lehman is 847-356-9911.
All righty. And right here on the Stateline Bridal Showcase, too, your number and your website is listed as well. So, Mary Bauer, thank you very much for being a part of this. And
thank you, my friend.
Thank you for representing Lehman Mansion, because it is an unbelievable place that if you're getting married, you need to go check out. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Donnie. Take care.
You bet.